Little White Lie. And we're happy that you're here with us today. And today we're asking a question. Do you feel invisible? So we want you to check in with us today because you're going to hear some ideas on how to imbue your beautiful self-expression with my special guest, Alexandra Levin. She is the co-founder of the Back 40, which supports midlifers to cause the second half of their life as an inspiring, radical, and purposeful best half based on the premise that the best is yet to come, babe, and won't it be fine? So I'd like to welcome our guest in today. Alexandra, how are you today?
I am doing wonderful. How are you, Caren?
I'm great. You know, there's always something going on, right? And I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties, actually not us, but before this. So I'm really glad that we're here. And we're going to be talking about being invisible. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I actually did a blog post and a live about that I went to Las Vegas and I felt invisible. And it wasn't so much that I felt like, like nobody was noticing me. I just personally felt like I didn't fit in to all the beautiful people. And I really had to do a come to whatever meeting with myself and come to terms with that. So we're going to talk about why women feel invisible and get your thoughts on that because this is right up your alley. So what do you think about this whole invisibility thing?
Well, I think what happens sometimes is when we look at ourselves in the mirror, whatever age we are, and we compare ourselves not even necessarily to others, but even to our own self in the mirror when we were 20 or 30 or whatever age. And we sometimes may want to get invisible because we don't look at ourselves with the same eyes. And I even remember looking at myself in the mirror at 40 thinking, oh, I was so much prettier at 30. And now I can look at myself now and think, oh, I was much prettier at 40. So, and then it becomes, well, I used to be pretty then, but
Right.
not now. And that is such a fallacy. It is just such a, first of all, it's just plain not true. It's a lie. It's a lie we tell ourselves that may either make us feel invisible, make us want to get invisible, and make us not really take on the full beauty inside and out that we are today.
Right. I totally agree with that. In fact, I put a post into one of the groups on Facebook called Gray and Proud. And I asked them, what about this whole invisible thing? And it was really interesting because I would say about half of the people that came back with their responses said that in fact they did feel invisible. I'm 75, I feel invisible. I'm this, I feel invisible. But 50% of the people said they actually felt more visible because of this, which was so interesting. So this is the reveal. I have to tell you, Alexandra, I looked at some pictures from back in January, just like a month and a half ago. And oh my God, it was like just a little bit and it is totally coming in. But people were saying in this group and they were responding saying that they felt even more visible actually. And it was a really cool thing because they looked different. I mean, what do you think about that? Is that strange or do you think might be a common response?
I don't think it's strange. I think it's very, very empowering. And I think the best way for us to look at ourselves and others and beauty is in terms of uniqueness. Contrary to popular belief, we don't have to be like somebody else, and we have all these ideas of how either we should be or how we think we should be or others we should be or how we're raised to be. And then again, all of that is also a lie. So standing out, being unique, having our own unique beauty shine through gray hair, through the way we dress, through what we do and how we are. It's so perfect.
So, I mean, I have a question. We actually titled this particular live that we're doing as how to imbue your beautiful self-expression. So first, Alexandra, the question is, what does imbue stand for?
Well, there are many different definitions, Webster definitions for imbue. So what we're saying the imbue is inspiring your massive beauty uniquely expressed in the way only you can.
Oh my gosh. I love that definition. And for those of you who are tuning in, and I can see we have viewers, make sure to comment. I mean, do you feel invisible, or do you feel that you can express your beauty? Put some comments in there and we'll put it up on the post right now. So we know what it stands for. And so what are some ways that we can imbue ourselves of self-expression? What would be some of the ways that you think we can do this?
You know, one great way is to look for individually, for me, for you, for everyone doing this inquiry, look and see what lights us up. Because when we do things that light us up, we show up as light and glowing and happy and beautiful. And that's unique. And you can see the difference in the way somebody looks when they're really inspired and lit up about whatever it is that lights them up, or when they're not.
I agree. I totally agree. And I'm actually looking at ourselves right now. For those of you who didn't know, you might be hiding under a rock. Today is International Women's Day, and we're wearing red. I think we must have called each other and said, let's just wear the same red top. People, women and men out there, and I know that my husband went to work with a red top on, and I know that Daryl, your significant other, is also wearing a red top today. We are in support of women all around the world, and what a perfect day to be talking about this whole invisible thing versus visibility. We have decided, the two of us, that we want to help people create that expression and to actually feel that way about themselves. And we're going to do that we have a free webinar that's coming up. And we're going to put the link in the comments below, and we'll also put it in the status up there. It's completely free, and we're going to be talking about how to imbue or be imbued. Let's put up, we have somebody, we got Roy on there. Hey Roy, how you doing? Welcome to the show. So we're talking about this whole imbue thing, and we have a free webinar, and on this webinar we're going to actually be talking about ways that you can imbue yourself. Any thoughts on that? Anything that you want to add to that, Alexandra?
You know, there's many different unique ways in which we can approach imbuing, inspiring our own beauty, uniquely expressed. Mm-hmm. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a game. We're going to support women in creating a game. So it's not work, it's game, it's play, it's joyful. And we're going to support women in creating that for themselves.
You know, and I love the idea that we're going to play a game and that this is going to be fun, because so many things out there are not fun. They're just hard work. And at least from my perspective, when it just becomes too hard and I don't think that the payoff is going to be great enough, what do? I say, you know what? My time is better well spent somewhere else. And so the idea of creating something fun to do to help us step into our power is empowering, quite frankly. And I'm so excited about this. We're going to, as I said, we're going to put the link down there. And again, any comments, this conversation is going to continue. So what we're asking you is this. Number one, do you feel invisible? And if you do, why? If you feel visible, we also want to know why. Because this is so important. Your comments, your thoughts, and your suggestions can help other people on both sides of the coin, right, Alexandra?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And men too.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not just for women, men as well, and we encourage men to join us. I mean, I think it's great when I love men, right? I love men. Men are great. So we do encourage everyone to join us. And again, as a call to action, these are the ways that you can get involved. First of all, make sure that you comment. Make sure that you put hashtag little white lie. You can also put hashtag the back 40. Make sure, and that also continues the conversation. And don't forget to go check out theback40.com. I'm going to go ahead and put this right on the screen so that people can see this. Theback40.com, and you're going to see all sorts of amazing things that Daryl and Alexandra are doing in the Back 40. It's an amazing program. It's really for all of us who are just a little bit older than, I don't know, 10 that want to actually, I'm going to put, we got Betty Ann up here. Looking forward to the webinar. Oh, Betty Ann, I'm so excited. I hope to see you on it. We're going to have so much fun. I'm going to actually get rid of this right now. There we go. And then, of course, don't forget to go to thelittlewhitelie.com. I'll put that up there as well because I can. whitelie.com. So we're telling you, go and check out the back 40, go and check out thelittlewhitelie.com. Make sure you use hashtags so that we can follow the conversation, not just here in the chat, but all across the internet. By the way, guys, that's just a little tip for everyone. Hashtags go across all social media. So when you go into Google and you put hashtag whatever, it's going to actually show you where that hashtag has been used on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, wherever. So that's why the power of hashtags is so important here. Make sure you put a hashtag. You heard it here first. And also, when you go over to thelittlewhitelie.com, you can download my 5 steps to uncovering your beautiful gray. Again, here we go. And when you go to the back 40, I know you have a free gift as well. What is your gift over there?
We have top 10 tips for a radical second half.
Love it, love it, love it. So you can have a radical second half and you can figure out how to uncover your gray in a beautiful way. How cool is that? Any last thought, Alexandra, before we say goodbye to everyone?
One thing is we're playing. So we'd love for you to come play with us. It's always fun. If we're not playing, if we're not having fun, if we're not enjoying it, it's not worth doing.
Absolutely. So come play with us. Again, the link's right below. Absolutely free webinar. We're going to be teaching a lot of content and having discussions, and you're going to be able to join us. So when you actually join this webinar, we can put you right on the screen with us, and that's what we intend to do, is to bring you onto the screen with us, with your camera if you choose. If not, you don't have to do that. But this is a conversation. This is something that you can get involved with both Alexandra and myself. I look forward to seeing you then. I know that Alexandra does as well. Alexandra, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time on The Little White Lie. See you later, everyone. Bye.
Bye.